Welp, y'all, we are back. Day 32 of the story. We're in chapter 11. It's from shepherd to king. Now, who do you know went from shepherd to king? I wonder if it's somebody that's going to go out there and chuck some rocks at a big guy. We'll see. Let's see what we got down at the bottom. It tells us for this timeline. Samuel anointed David. David kills Goliath. Saul tries to kill David. Saul dies. David named king. Yep, I guess it would be that guy. How about that? So here we go. The Lord said to Samuel, "How long will you mourn for Saul, since I have rejected him as king over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and be on your way. I am sending you to Jesse of Bethlehem. I have chosen one of his sons to be king." Son to be a king. Samuel did what the Lord said. When he arrived in Bethlehem, the elders of the town trembled when they met him. They asked, "Do you come in peace?" Samuel replied, "Yes, in peace. I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. Consecrate yourselves and come to the sacrifice with me." Then he consecrated Jesse and his sons and invited them to the sacrifice. When they arrived, Samuel saw Eliab and thought, "Surely the Lord's anointed stands here before the Lord." But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at the things people look at, but people look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." Ain't that so? Then Jesse calls Abinadab, yeah, and had him pass in front. What did he pass in front of? In front of Samuel. That's exactly what we thought, right? Yep. But Samuel said, "The Lord has not chosen this one either." Jesse then had Shammah pass by, but Samuel said, "Nor has the Lord chosen this one." Jesse had 7 of his sons pass before Samuel, but Samuel said to him, "The Lord has not chosen these." So he asked Jesse, "Are these all the sons you have?" No, they were not. "There's still the youngest," Jesse answered. "He is tending the sheep." Samuel said, "Send for him. We will not sit down until he arrives." So he sent for him and had him brought in. He was glowing with health and had a fine appearance and handsome features. Then the Lord said, "Rise and anoint him. This is the one." So Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the presence of his brothers. And from that day on, the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon David. Now the Philistines gathered their forces for war and assembled at Shechoh in Judah. They pitched camp in Ephes Damim. Good. There's going to be some more, but I got a picture here, and it says David on the top. And then underneath David, it says Jesse, the father of David, Obed, the father of Jesse, Boaz, the father of Obed, Solomon, the father of Boaz, Nahshon, the father of Solomon, Amminadab, the father of Nahshon, Ram, the father of Amminadab, Hezron, the father of Ram, Perez, the father of Hezron. Hezron was the father of... It just went right up. It's a family tree, I reckon. That's what they were trying to do there. So anyway, they pitched camp at Ephes Damon. Yeah, but there's two M's put together. Y'all tell me what two M's put together sounds like. Do I know English? No? Okay. But there, between Succoth and Ezekah, Saul and the Israelites assembled and camped in the valley of Elah and drew up their battle line to meet the Philistines. The Philistines occupied one hill and the Israelites the other, with the valley between them. The champion named Goliath, who was from Gath, came out of the Philistine camp. His height was 6 cubits, 18 times 6, it's a pretty tall dude, and a span. I don't even know what a span is, but it's going to be on top of them 6 cubits, and that's pretty tall already by the cubits without the span. He had a bronze helmet on his head and wore a coat of scale armor of bronze weighing 5,000 shekels. Might as well have said weighing 5,000 turnips. I don't have no reference for that for me. I don't know. On his legs, he wore bronze greaves and a hat, and a bronze javelin was slung on his back. His spear shaft was like a weaver's rod, and his iron point weighed 600 shekels. That probably is good. His shield bearer went ahead of him. Goliath stood and shouted at the ranks of Israel, "Why do you come out and line up for battle?" I don't know why he's shouting at them. "Am I not a Philistine? And are you not the servants of Saul? Choose a man and have him come down to me. If he is able to fight and kill me, we will become your subjects. But if I overcome him and kill him, you will become our subjects and serve us." Service. Then, like is in one word, service, like service center, serve us. Serve. Then the Philistines said, "This day I defy the army of Israel. Give me a man and let us fight each other." On hearing the Philistines' words, Saul and all the Israelites were dismayed and terrified. Oh my goodness, they were terrified. For 40 days the Philistines came forward every morning and evening and took his stand. Now Jesse said to his son David, "Take this ephah of roasted grain and these 10 loaves of bread for your brothers and hurry to their camp. Take along these 10 cheeses to the commander of their unit. See how your brothers are and bring back some assurance from them. They are with Saul and all the men of Israel in the valley of Elah, fighting against those Philistines." Man, them Philistines, they keep them and them Canaanites. What are y'all doing? Early in the morning, David left the flock, because he's a shepherd, in the care of a shepherd. He was a shepherd. In the care of a shepherd. Ain't you the shepherd? If he already had another shepherd, why'd he have to shepherd? Loaded up, and set out. So he got loaded and he went out, as Jesse had directed. He reached the camp as the army was going out to its battle positions, shouting the war cry. He was out there hollering, saying, "Come on, give me somebody to fight," right? Israel and the Philistines were drawing up their lines facing each other, David left his things in the keeper of supplies, with the keeper of supplies, ran to the battle lines and asked his brother how they were. As he was talking with them, Goliath, the Philistine champion, from Gath, stepped out from his lines and shouted his usual defiance, and David heard it. Whenever the Israelites saw the man, they all fled from him in great fear. Now the Israelites had been saying, "Do you see how this man keeps coming out? He comes out to defy Israel. The king will give great wealth to the man who kills him. He will also give him his daughter in marriage and will exempt his family from taxes in Israel." I think David likes the daughter, but not enough not to stare at some lady over a balcony, right? Okay, now, David asked the men standing near him, "What will be done for the man who kills this Philistine and removes this disgrace from Israel? Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" Who is he? Who is this dude trying to defy God, right? They repeated to him what they had been saying and told him, "This is what will be done for the man who kills him." When Eliab, David's oldest brother, heard him speaking with the men, he burned with anger at him and asked, "Why have you come down here? And with whom did you leave those few sheep in the wilderness? I know how conceited you are and how wicked your heart is. You came down only to watch the battle." "Now what have I done?" said David. "Can't I even speak?" He then turned away to someone else and brought up the same matter, and the men answered him as before. What David said was overheard and reported to Saul, and Saul sent for him. David said to Saul, "Let no one lose heart on account of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him." Saul replied, "You were not able to go out against the Philistine and fight him. You are only a young man, and he has been a warrior from his youth." So he was a young man once too. But David said to Saul, "Your servant has been keeping his father's sheep. When the lion or the bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock, I went after it, struck it, and rescued the sheep from its mouth. When it turned on me, I seized it by its hair, struck it, and killed it. Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear. This uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them, because he has defied the armies of the living God. The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of the Philistine." Y'all must stop there, top page 149. There we go, and we're hearing this wonderful story. We're getting into David and Goliath. Everybody knows that story, right? So I got David, I got Goliath, the big guy. People look at that dude and they say, "Man, that old Goliath, he was part of them Nephilim, the big ones," right? And I ain't going to say that he ain't, that's for sure, because they talk about all these big people throughout the Old Testament. And when we had the flood, the sons of God came down and had kids with the daughters of man, and so they called them really big dudes. Yeah, men of great renown, they said, and God did not like them. He's like, I don't like the fact y'all was out here messing around like this. That's just not cool. Making it not right. 15 minutes, it says. Daggone it. Just talking. But anyway, David said, I don't care what he is. I got God on my back, right? He said Lucifer himself could be there. I don't care. He didn't actually say that. But I'm just saying, he had faith that no matter what was before him, God was behind him. So it was going to be okay because God had his back. And so he's like, look, I got faith to part the sea. I got faith to stop the river. He's like, I for sure got faith for this little uncircumcised Philistine. Who are you? You obviously ain't even one of God's people. You fallen half angel. Yeah, we ain't trying to do no half angel, fallen angel shaming. But, yeah, David did. He wasn't even afraid. He's like, I'm going to do it. So, I say all that just to say, guess what, y'all? In your life, trust in God. Trust in God to fight your fight. When you go out there, if you're doing it on your own power, you've already lost. Trust God to fight that fight. Yes, alrighty. Well, hey, look, I love y'all. I thank you for watching. All my subscribers and viewers and Sunny D, everybody on there. I love y'all, and I'm just thankful that we getting to share this story together. What a wonderful story. Y'all have a wonderful good night, and bye.